I am back with one of my very favorite people in the world, Letha Martin, who is the owner of Cimarron Day Spa, which is a day spa located in Sun City Grand. It is open to the public, which we got to get that part out right away. Open to the public is a key to your success, and it's a beautiful place. Tell us a little bit about that. Then we also want to talk a little bit about maybe some trends in boomer women and their skincare issues, or things that you find at the spa that are things that you can tell our viewers about.
Certainly. Well, thank you, Deborah. The spa's been open 5.5 years. We are in Sun City Grand, which is an active retired adult community, but we are open to the public, so we have people who come from Surprise and Glendale, Peoria, even a few brave souls who travel the freeways to get here from Scottsdale.
Oh, wow.
So we do work with women a lot with, right now, this is the time of the year they're looking at, what can I do to improve the look of my skin? So some of those treatments are actually a little bit more aggressive than just a facial. They might be microdermabrasions or chemical peels. So we're really looking at, and the products that they use, really educating them on what is the best type of product for your skin instead of the over-the-counter.
Now, do you have all age groups of women that come to the spa?
Primarily, I would say most of our clients are in their 30s to their 80s and 90s.
Oh gosh, that's pretty much, yeah, that's all the skin types then.
Yep, absolutely.
And are you finding that women are doing, you also do permanent makeup?
We certainly do.
So
yep.
Are you finding women that come to you and say, okay, I need to look fresh in the morning and I'm going to do that now. I waited all these years to do it, but I'm going to do it now. You know, maybe somebody over 50. Is that a good time to do it? Is that okay?
It's actually a great time to do it. There's a couple things that go on. Number one, we're tired of putting on our mascara or our eyeliner and
right.
having it be messed up. But the other thing that happens as we get older is our eyesight diminishes. And so if you wear
Does
glasses,
it ever?
if you wear glasses, it's really hard to wear glasses and put on eyeliner. So what they're finding is that women love to have their eyeliner done because then they don't have to try and get it on straight every morning.
That's a great idea. So I bet that's one thing then that it should keep busy. You know, there's so many boomer women out there in the Sun City Grand area. I think there'd be a lot of people lining up for eyeliner. Do people worry about that as a treatment, as something that could maybe be a health concern, or is there something you can tell me that if I say that, obviously I might wonder that myself. So
certainly, yes. And the one thing to think about wherever you go, number one, make sure that the esthetician or the person who's doing the permanent makeup is fully licensed, or not licensed so much, but insured.
Okay.
Because
now that's a tattooing, isn't it?
It is a tattoo.
Tattooing. And is it permanent, or is it something that you have to redo later?
It is permanent, but it does fade, just like anything else. If you're out in the
Okay.
sun and the exposure will make it fade. So you may have to have it touched up every once in a while.
Okay.
But my permanent makeup's been on for about 5 years now.
And you always look exactly the same. Gorgeous. This is a gorgeous woman. All right, so tell me about de-stressing and pampering. And you do massage. What else do you do?
Massage is basically the very most popular item at any spa, usually. And besides that, we do body treatments like a full body scrub. A lot of times, especially in Arizona, our skin is so dry that if we don't exfoliate it off, then the creams and lotions we put on just don't go anywhere.
It just sort of sits there, doesn't it?
They're right on top of the skin. So it's really important to exfoliate the dead skin cells off and then moisturize right afterwards. So that's a really popular treatment.
Okay. Now, I have actually been in the spa, and I know you have these wonderful rooms that are very almost Zen. You know, it's almost like a Zen experience. You go in there and it's got the lighting is right, and the music is right, and the color combination is beautiful. You did all of that yourself? You've set that whole thing up?
Actually, no. Sun City Grand actually did it before the spa was open.
Okay.
The interior designer came in and just furnished the whole
It is
thing.
absolutely gorgeous.
Thank you. It is.
So it's nice for you
relaxing.
then to just say, okay, yep, this
Yep.
looks great for me.
Yep. Yeah.
So what is the favorite modality that people come in to have done? What do they like to get done best?
Mostly, like I said, it was massage, but I think the next best thing that we'll see people coming in for are the body treatments, like the full body mud wrap that we do. It's a seafoam cocoon. The mud that we put on actually warms up and it bubbles and it helps to pull toxins from the body. And we rinse you off on the table with a Vichy shower with 6 shower heads. It's fabulous. It's very relaxing, and I think we're the only one on the west side who has a Vichy shower.
Vichy shower.
Vichy shower.
That's 6 shower heads, and oh my goodness, that sounds like a lot of exfoliating. And frankly, Don't you just have people that leave like a wet noodle?
They do.
They're just so relaxed.
They do.
They do. Now, do you also do that hot rock massage? What is that called, actually? Is it called a hot rock massage?
We call it our soothing stone massage.
Soothing stone. Hot
Yes.
rock, soothing stone. Okay, sorry.
But it is, and it's again, when you apply heat to a muscle, the muscle just relaxes, and the more you relax that body, again, you've got that wet noodle effect when you leave here. But the soothing stone massage is very popular, and it's everywhere you want to go. So you might want to check out ever doing a soothing stone massage if you haven't tried it. Reflexology is another one that's very popular right now. Just
Foot or hand? Or
mostly feet.
Okay.
Feet, and we do up to the knee area. So it's pressure point on the foot, a lot of stretching, but really working the zones of the feet according to Chinese medicine.
Okay. Now, you didn't just fall into Cimarron Day Spa and say, I think I'll do this one day. You've got quite a history. Why don't you share a little bit about how you came to be doing the work you're doing? Because it's quite a history.
Well, actually, I started off as a yoga instructor, and while I was in my yoga training, my muscles were so sore, and we had a break, and I was able to get my very first massage. At that point, I really, really enjoyed it, and I had a girlfriend who said, she was doing it, and she wanted to go back to school to further her education, and so we went together, and she ended up becoming Elizabeth Taylor's massage therapist, and I ended up moving to Arizona and worked at the Boulders for several years.
You also have worked in Saudi Arabia.
I have, yeah. I actually went over there with my husband, and he was landscaping the king's youngest son's palace. And so I was doing massage therapy with the royal family and yoga.
That was
fabulous.
Absolutely. That's the part that I like the most. And this is a little off subject, but the abaya, which is that covering that the women had to wear. Did you have to wear that when you were there when you went out?
I did. Always had to have the abaya on, but I never had to veil my face or I had to cover my head with my scarf, though, but I didn't have to veil.
Now I'm going to ask you, given the fact that those women have had to mostly cover themselves, I would bet their skin is absolutely stunning because it's not as dried out or affected by the sun. Is that a reasonable guess?
I would say yes. Although, at the same time, these women, when they're cloistered together in an environment where they can go to a pool together with just the women, they're exposing themselves too. But their skin is darker anyway, so they don't have the same problems that you and I would have with the sun damage.
Now, when we live in Arizona, aren't we doing absolutely the worst thing to ignore sunscreens and all of those things? It's not just for anti-aging issues, but living well. We can end up with skin cancers and just any number of things, not to mention looking older before our time. And of course, boomer women are going to want to be as good looking as possible, as long as possible. We're stretching middle age. I think I mentioned it in the show earlier. We're stretching middle age from like 43 all the way out to 73. So, am I right? We're going to have to take care of our skin.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Even when you go out into the sun, any kind of sun protection factor, you have to put something on. But again, there's different degrees of sun protection factor. You definitely want to look at what the ingredients are, because some of it isn't really covering you as well as you think you might want, even if it says 50 on the bottle.
Okay.
So check it out. And then don't forget your hands and your neck.
Right, exactly. And a lot of times the hands and the neck are the exact place where you can see that somebody has definitely taken good care of other parts but forgot that
Exactly.
part. Well, tell us how we get in touch with you.
Well, the Cimarron Day Spa is open 6 days a week. Our phone number is 623-975-5646.
So people call for appointments?
Absolutely.
Call for appointments, get all that pampering. Letha Martin with Cimarron Day Spa, again, open to the public, Sun City Grand. And thank you so much for being a part of our pilot.
Thank you very much,
You're one of my favorite
Deborah.
people, as you know.
Thank you.